the thumbnail to be. Hello, everyone. I didn't want it to be, just my regular thumbnail that you get if you don't create one.
This is true. I feel like this one's a little bit more. There we go. Maybe that's not good either. I'm gonna make sure Facebook closed them.
Okay, how does that look for my
It's
painting?
good. Yeah, I like it. Oh, it's kind of a cool, different new view of the painting than last time. I like it.
Okay, yeah. So I thought I would also share information about what happened with the fox.
Very cool.
So, for anybody who might be watching, I do have a book that I wrote a long time ago, and it's called In Case There's a Fox. And for the longest time, I never saw a fox on my property
You've never seen
until,
a fox on your property, like ever?
no, not until yesterday.
Wow, that's okay. Because I've seen lots of foxes, but that's so cool.
No,
That's
no, no, no. I have seen foxes too, Julia, not on my property. I
no, but
once
what I'm
went,
saying on your property that you've never seen them. That's very cool.
yeah, so you've seen foxes on your property?
My parents, when I was growing up, yes.
Uh, yeah. Okay,
We
no,
lived
I never,
next to the forest. Is a little bit different. Like when I was growing up, it's right next to a
yeah.
very dense forest, or was denser before all the fires and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I once saw a fox when I was visiting my daughter's class. She was in kindergarten. I think I told you about this.
Yeah,
And
you.
the children were looking out the window and they saw a fox. And I went to look too because why wouldn't I?
Of
Um,
course.
and and then the teacher said, "Don't look," and she made everybody go back to their seat.
That's so weird. Like I don't know. Like I had, well, not all teachers. Some teachers are like that, but there is one. He used to love to take the kids like to go hiking. He got a little too strange about it though. He's like, let's go looking for wildlife, and I think he was going to have them all share a can. It got interesting, but some can be very rigid. Others the other way. I guess.
I guess so. I guess so. Anyway, yes, I have seen foxes in real life, but not on my property. So that's what the poem was about. In case there's a fox, I knew there was a fox, but Sword and I never saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
we
just
had
knew it was
faith.
there.
Yeah, we had faith that it was there. We were pretty sure that it was there, but we never saw it. Even though we saw a lot of rabbits and we asked the rabbits, have you seen a fox? Never told us. But we lost Drake, our duck,
Mm-hmm.
and the next evening a fox appeared. So I suspect the fox has something to do with what happened to Drake.
Aw, poor Drake. He was so nice. He likes Drake. Well, I never met him, but I love watching him in the videos.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not painting a fox right now, but I did want to share that we saw a fox and that it was, um,
Well, I think we can say foxes are beautiful creatures, and we can't hate the foxes for what they do because it's just their nature. Like some people might hate them and be really mad at them, but they are
oh
just.
no, yeah, they are beautiful. I love to paint them. I just, I have mixed feelings right now because I want to make sure that the rest of my flock still stays alive. But
Well,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, I totally understand because like I've been upset too. Like when cats got, but then I can't hate the, because I guess this is the way I see it. It hurts because I don't want my animal, like if I have an animal, to be hurt, and I will want to protect them. But on the same token, I don't want to be like one of these people who are like, oh my god, this animal. I don't know. I just try to look at it from both sides, I guess.
that's right. It's very hard to maintain perspective on both sides at the same time. But that's what we have to do if we want to understand reality. Don't you agree?
I agree with you. Yeah, I was just listening to what you're saying, but that's really cool. Your opening, like how you did that. That's very, very neat. So basically, everything you had thought in the story came to fruition. Or
Yes, it was there all along, but I guess the situation is harder on foxes right now. They don't have enough to eat, and so they are coming out of cover, you know.
I mean, that's kind of what I've been seeing happen. Okay, like here in Southern California, people are mad at the wildlife. They're like, "How dare this mountain lion come walking through our neighborhood?" And I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, okay, these hills I'm not, they used to be where wildlife lives. So you go up into the hills, you build houses. It's only natural that the animals are going to look for new places to live. And then they're like, oh, trash. You mean yummy yummies? Like, thank you. And they're not human beings. They're just like, oh, tasty. So they're going to go digging through the trash because people don't secure their trash. And then they get mad at the mountain lion because it went walking through their neighborhood. But
Yeah.
it's a predatory animal. It's not going to just like stay in one area. Like, it's not.
Well, I was very excited to see the fox. You know, it's not that I don't like foxes.
I
I'm
know.
really,
I just am sad about Drake too. Like I feel like yes, Drake was a very beautiful creature. So
yeah, you know, before I saw the fox, I wasn't sure what happened to him. I even suspected favorite chicken of assassinating him because he was
oh
kind of mean to her, you know.
yeah, because well, I mean, does that happen sometimes in a flock? Like has that happened to some
What?
flocks? In some flocks, do like one of the fowls like assassinate another fowl? Does that happen?
I don't really think females do that. It
Well,
would
I mean,
have,
I'm not saying that in every case, but you never know. Like, what if there's one that, like, I don't know, animosity and all that?
well, I mean, she certainly had a motive, but I don't think she did it. Okay.
Oh no, the fox did it, but I'm just saying in other cases.
Yeah,
Anyway,
in other cases, males can kill each other, but
okay,
usually not females.
not females. Okay.
Males. At least I've never heard of it. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Well, I probably isn't. I mean, I haven't looked into it. I was just kind of asking.
Yeah. He was what you might call toxically masculine. He thought everybody belonged to him, you know.
Oh, so they were getting mad, like their feathers were really getting ruffled, literally.
Yeah, so she was the one who would not submit, and that's why she got in trouble.
Well, I've seen this happen with cats too. Like, there's some. Okay, you have a female cat. It's been there for the long time, and they have like this little pecking order where older female cat eats first. Well, all of a sudden, a big new tom cat comes in, and he thinks, "Oh, I'm all cute, and the humans love me, and I'm just so cute and cuddly, and I'm gonna just barrel in and eat before the female cat that's been there forever." And she'll bop him on the head. She'll be like, "Oh no, sorry, bobbers, you're gonna wait your turn because you didn't respect the pecking order." And I've seen that where yeah, an older female cat that's been there longer will not submit to a big male cat who thinks that I should go first, you know. So my remedy for that was, well, you know what? Just get them make separate capsules because this was always a problem. I'm like, have three capsules and then you don't have that problem anymore. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's so easy. So everybody can just eat at their own little station. Problem solved in that case.
Well, I have to separate my dogs. They can't eat at the same time together.
No, yeah, and dogs shouldn't, but like I don't even think cats should. Like a lot of people assume like, oh, cats can all eat together, but not really. Like so I came to the conclusion no, if there's more than one cat, there should be separate cat bowls, separate litter boxes. Like you have more than one animal, you need to have separate items for them because that will prevent a lot of the squabble. Not everything, but some of them.
Right, but when you have a flock for laying eggs, you really can't afford to do that.
No, you can't. Not in that case. It's a little bit different. So, are you gonna get a new duck eventually, or chicken? Like, are you thinking about getting some new ones, like to augment your flock right now?
Not really. I mean, he was male. He wasn't laying eggs. You know, males don't do that. So it wasn't a monetary loss. I'm just sad about it. That's all.
No, I would be sad about it too, but I didn't know if eventually you want to get some new ducks or chickens to like join the flock. It was just something I was wondering about.
You can't just get new ones and expect it to work out. They have to grow up together.
So there would be bigger problems if like little ones joined, right?
Yes, there would be.
Okay. That's the interesting with thing with cats though, because like even though there's a pecking order, usually they will eventually accept the younger kitten. Um, Irina wouldn't though, because she was feral. Like she would not accept any other cat. It was just her, and nobody else could live here. Although it was interesting for a time. There was another. Everybody was just leaving their stray cats here, like in the complex. There was another cat, and I really couldn't afford to adopted, but if I had been able to, it was a beautiful cat. It was a ragdoll cat, and she loved that cat. That was like the only cat she really liked, and sometimes we would let her be around. This really disappeared though, so that's the sad life of feral cats. You know, I've seen some coyotes here recently too, down by the VA hospital. Like there was one walking around one morning.
Well, it's interesting. They say that when civilization ends, all the animals will come out.
They do. Although I've always seen coyotes. I've always seen, because basically here in Southern California, like the areas where they built houses, this used to be where you had coyotes, foxes, deer. I didn't used to see as many deer, but now I'm seeing more deer because, well, there's fewer places for them to forage.
Hmm.
So now they're foraging wherever they can find, I don't know, food. There was a guy who was actually feeding a bear in Highland. Like this is a residential area in the foothills. One day a bear started visiting him. So I guess they were saying it was becoming a problem because he would go to Costco and buy these big things of honey and jam for him and open his front door and just let the bear come in and eat it. And people were getting really scared. And I guess they talked to him about it. They said, you can't just be inviting a bear into your house. The neighborhood's scared.
Well, that's why you don't want to live too close to other people.
Yeah, he probably should have lived out in the woods or something. I don't think if he wanted to do that. I think that would have been a better option. Who are you painting today?
Um, well, you'll see, I guess.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So it's kind of just a secret. Okay, cool.
I want to see how it turns out first.
All right. We could just call it Mystery Man. It is a man, right? It looks fairly masculine.
It's a woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this guy told me on Friday that an alien was coming to get in. I was like, oh, okay.
Some guy at the library.
Oh yeah, just a homeless man. So I'm not gonna ever try to talk to people outside because I was just like, oh, you can't sit there. And he's like, an alien's coming to get me. I'm like, mm-mm. Yeah, I know how this is going, and I've never been scared of being attacked, but you never know. I found out that he might be kind of he has a record, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to people sitting outside. Like they're not really supposed to be doing that, but you know, in front of the door, but just like an alien's coming to attack me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you could go sit on the bench over there, like just not right here. So I just have decided, just for my own safety, I'm not going to tell anybody to move anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Not really, but just another day.
Yeah, I guess you meet a lot of homeless people if you work at the library there.
Well, I think things are changing too more now. I think just how, LA has quite a large homeless population. I suspect when the train comes, and people have been saying this for a long time, it's going to make it. I mean, it's not going to be super easy because they're going to have to get off one train and get on another train. But last night I saw them testing the big metro. Like they said, it was just going to be a little bullet train, but I saw like a big Metrolink train going by, which is like a big full size commuter train, and it kind of like I. Well, one thing with walking, I've completely had to change my like way that I walk because before in the cars too, like you just walk past the train tracks and you don't think anything of it because there hasn't been a train here since 1966. And then
Mm.
last night, I know you always have to go through these two little doors when the train's coming because it might start coming and you'll hear like its whistles blowing. But another reason you don't want to walk through this one thing is because there's that thing that comes down and I don't want it to hit me or something. So I've had to retrain myself to walk through that like exit door to make sure like if the train's coming like a few minutes before it comes, that thing doesn't come down and womp me or something.
Hmm.
So, and I noticed they finally put in a sign like warning people think train when you see tracks, like because I think some people would just walk past that thing too because we have for years and we didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't. The train's new to us, like it's coming back. So yeah, I do think like with the train coming, that will probably be more of an issue, but we'll see. And then at the end, I feel sorry for somebody like that though that thinks an alien's coming because I think that person is just schizophrenic. So it's kind of sad. I don't think they really understand what they're saying. They're truly scared. They're afraid somebody's going to attack them.
Well,
So
I think they do understand the language they're using. They just live in a different world.
I mean, yeah, they understand the language they're using. I'm not saying they're complete. Like he could be a very intelligent person for all I know, but just like I don't think their whole concept of reality is going to be different than ours. Of course, I guess if an alien was really coming, he'd be prepared.
Well, Julia, have you heard the concept of constructed reality?
Yes, I have.
So, according to this concept, reality is socially constructed,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to, people agree with each other in a sort of social compact about what the truth is today. Now, tomorrow, the truth might be something else.
And it's changing too often, too quick, I think, honestly. I don't believe in all social constructs, by the way. I don't agree with all. I mean, I am a rule follower, but in general, there are certain things I don't just accept.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like the masks. One day, we were all told masks wouldn't help. And the next day, everything changed, and the reality, science and everything else changed in one fell sweep.
Yeah, and it keeps changing again and again. Yeah, on that one, I thought from the beginning that was so fraught because we knew, like, I don't think that actually prevented it. People are still going to get the thing if they're going to, even if you're wearing it, because some people that wore it and stayed home, they still got it. And how did they get it? They weren't going out. So if it's in the air and it's an unfortunate thing. I mean, whenever there's a plague, you can take precautions, but sometimes no matter what you do, you might become susceptible to the virus. That's just the sad part of that. But with how hot it is, I don't think it's healthy to run around in it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I mean, that's the question is not whether it's 100% or anything like that, but does it help at all? And at first they said no, it
no,
doesn't.
I don't think it does. But this is the weird thing now. Like, people, like, this is the funny thing. Like, some of the people who said you have to wear it because it's gonna, like, for health reasons, when they decided that it was okay to stop wearing it, they did. like whenever it was convenient for them. Like I thought that was interesting, but when other people had done the same thing, they were saying, "Oh, well, you might be putting people in danger." But all of a sudden, when they decided, I, it's
They
a
didn't decide by themselves, Julia. This is the thing you have to understand. They're part of a social group and they got the signal that it was okay.
yeah, the social thing. Yeah. I don't know. I just hate that whole social construct thing, though. It's kind of it doesn't keep us. It's just a way to control people sometimes.
Yes, of course it is, but yeah.
You know, I will keep watching Magnificent Century because I'm invested and I want to learn Turkish. But I have to say, I thought some of the storylines were way off base the first few seasons, but it's just getting weirder. Like, because some of these things never happened historically. Like, for example, they're having this whole like backstory where Mustafa and Harem are like trying to conspire against each other, and Harem tried to kill Mustafa with an arrow by having these secret like assassins like get him when he was out on a camping trip hunting, and it killed his concubine. And now he sent a scorpion for him. Like this never happened in history. It just got really weird. And they're saying, yeah, they're saying that's why some of the spin-offs get real way out there. I'm like, wow, like I don't know what fantastical idea like made you guys come up with this. This is going way off the rail.
Well, I think the problem with the series is it never ends. The good thing about the series from Korea is most of them just come to an end. There's a story, they tell the story, there's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. And it ends after 4 seasons, but the thing is, it ends like it's been taking me how long to watch it? 2 years because but you have to understand I'm interested in the Turkish language and very interested in Ottoman culture. I like some of the Korean dramas, but I don't like them enough to keep watching. That's the thing. I haven't found one that
Yeah,
really.
but the thing about it is it's easier to finish watching them because there's 16 episodes and then it's over, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So with this, like, okay, I'm weird though. When I say I want to do something, I will finish it from beginning to end. Like some people are like, I lose interest in this, or even if it's weird and even if there's issues with it, I just want to finish it from beginning to end so I can have a full examination of something just to see what the full thing was. Like because there's still elements to it that I'm interested in. Like there's certain characters that I'm invested in. Plus, like I'm learning Turkish this way, and I there's something about Ottoman culture that really resonates with me, and Turkish culture, I guess. So that's why I keep watching the Turkish shows. I like the Korean shows at first, but I just don't feel that same connection with them. I guess, and for me, it's all about connection.
Uh-huh.
I really liked Crash Landing on You. I loved yeah, that was my favorite one. And then I've tried to watch other ones, and say I'm never gonna watch a Korean show again. I think another thing too that might make the differences is if, well, maybe I don't know if they upload any of them on YouTube for free. Then I might be more keen to watch because I dropped Netflix. I'm not gonna pay for Netflix anymore. There wasn't enough on Netflix for me to want to keep paying for it. So, what series are you watching right now?
39.
How many series have you watched? Just like out of like
I
since.
don't know. I don't know. 39 is the name of the series,
Yeah, no, I know it's the name, but I was just wondering how many.
not counting.
Oh, you don't count. Okay.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how many I watched.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
The thing is, I do watch them from beginning to end, so it's not like I give up. I usually do not give up on them unless
No, but
it's,
other people I know, they literally give up on things and they don't keep doing it. They're just like, I'm done. Done. I know you watch every, and I know it's probably better, like for somebody that wants like a complete arc of a story. Yeah, those are better. I guess what happened, like, okay, I really loved Crash Landing on You. It was very fantastical, but I didn't find another one that I resonated with that way. That was just my favorite one. If I find one like that again, I'll probably really be onto the Korean dramas again.
well, the thing is, I actually liked Mr. Sunshine even better than Crash Landing on You. I mean, I loved Crash Landing on You, but then when I discovered Mr. Sunshine, that one was really about freedom and fighting for it in a bigger way than the other had been.
Yeah, I get it. It has like there's like this sense of nobility and ideas that, and a lot of people really resonated with it. And I had to ask myself like, why, like, didn't I enjoy it? Because okay, I want to. I know why I stopped watching it. I had to think about it. It didn't resonate with me, and I think also too because it was about just it was more about fighting for a cause, and honestly, that's just not what I'm really looking forward to if I'm going to watch a series. I don't need romance, but I think I want more of like human interaction, more dialogue, more of like.
Oh, there's plenty of dialogue. No, there is interaction. There are children, there are adults, there are people from all walks of life, and each of them has a point of view. And even the king is there, and there is good characterization, good
Yeah,
humor.
but it didn't speak to me. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I know, it didn't
I
speak to you, but
decided to be finally honest about it. Like I'm like, why did I?
yeah,
Why?
no, it's okay. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's not really true that there was no characterization or there were no
Well, I'm not
people.
saying I didn't say there was no characterization. Let me just put it this way: the characters on Crash Landing on You, even though it's fantastical, they just spoke to me like better. Like I feel
Yeah,
like I could relate to those characters more, whereas I can't really relate to the cause. Like whereas maybe you can because I know like you're like you love the whole idea of fighting for liberty and ideals. So that storyline really speaks to you, but there was just nothing about that story that was drawing me in. Even though I could admire the cinematography and the writing was good, don't get me wrong, I just was like, I can't keep watching this. I just had to be kind of honest about it because I thought, oh, is there something wrong with me? Because several people really like it. I thought, no, I don't like it. So I decided to finally be authentic, and I'm going to just watch shows I really like. And
sure. I think everybody should do that.
yeah, even if there's shows other people don't like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna review the shows that us people that maybe we want more romance. That's my grape chili, Like I like the romantic tension, even if it's melancholic kind of thing. I guess, yeah, the poetry, and I think that one thing I do actually love about Magnificent Century are the scenes where they do talk about the Persian influenced poetry and like some of the like poetry scenes. I love that. And
Mhm.
probably Middle Eastern poetry really speaks to me. Yeah. I could get oil pastel and probably could fix that part. Oh, I do have one. That's awesome. That is so awesome. I had lots of sets of oil pastels before. Some of these had sat since like 2003. I think they're still gonna work, but I don't know. Because I remember a layering trick I did before. If I felt like there was too much wax on the paper from the colored pencils, that you could start layering with an oil pastel and kind of fix parts that you don't like and layer
Hmm.
that in. And I've done that before.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's just something I kind of came up with myself. I don't know if I'm sure like some professional artists would be like, "Oh my god, like you can't do that. It's not allowed." But I'm like, I don't know why. It's just like, why is it not allowed? It's just clear pencil and oil pastel. I kind of actually think you can because they both kind of have a similar waxy nature, and why not? Just kind of looking at it. I should have shaded before I started adding things in. I think the problem is too because I took a different kind of paper when I put this on. This was a thicker paper than this one, so it takes the color differently. So I don't know. I'm just not super happy with the shading in this area, but I want it to do what I want, so I'm getting kind of finicky about it.
Hmm. I understand.
I'm not happy with it. Now I'm bouncing into it. Okay. I also used to sometimes take baby oil and oil pastel, and I would use that. I haven't done that for a very long time. I think I tried olive oil one time too. I bought some Tunisian. No, I'm not going to use olive oil today on this, but like if I were doing oil pastel, I have used olive oil before.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know how that's going to stand up over time though, but I got a really good result. Actually, with this painting right here, I used olive oil and oil paint. I'm not saying like but it doesn't seem to have degraded over the years.
Okay, I'm going to finish this. This isn't particularly successful, but
Okay.
it's based on the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, I like it. That's cool.
So, you know how the Statue of Liberty is kind of masculine looking?
I think she is very masculine looking. Some women have more masculine features too, so
Well, I mean, I think it's just a cultural expectation that we have about what is masculine, really. Okay, I think I'll start a different painting because I didn't like this one so much.
Well,
I just,
I thought it was interesting. I mean, every painting has its own thing, right?
yeah,
I don't know. I think I've kind of given up on that part because I just can't get it to do what I want. It's just I'm really upset because it's like it literally is just lighter than the rest of the face, and it's not supposed to look like that right there. I don't want it ruined. I mean, I guess I could buy white out, put it over it, and try and fix it later. But it's a
Which
lot.
part of it are you
Right
struggling
here, it took all the pigment off, and I'm trying to fix
with?
it. Yeah, see. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't layer in the beginning, and then when I started to blend it, it just took everything off. So I
yeah,
was trying to rebuild it up with this is a different kind of paper than that one, but it shouldn't be doing that. It's weird. I don't know, whatever.
yeah. Well, I mean, not everything it does everything that we want it to do. So I guess that's part of being an artist, is you have to accept that not everything is going to turn out exactly the way we want it to.
I'll keep working at it though, because I want it to like blend. I just want it to behave itself. I won't give up. I could probably buy correction fluid and like mask it and get it to do what I want. Let's see.
Yes. Did you say something?
I was thinking I'm not going to put oil on the whole thing, but I'm just going to try and get some oil to see if I can flip the layer. Try. Just trying to figure out my. So when I was at Walmart last night, I found this though. I found this Tunisian olive oil. Ooh,
Oh,
isn't that cool?
yes.
It looks like a
Absolutely.
plantation to me. Of course.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a family brand from Tunisia. I just thought that I've never. Sometimes I find weird things at our Walmart that I think are not at all Walmarts because I don't know why. Like they're here, maybe because we're closer to the coast. I don't know the reason, but I think they're trying to compete with a lot of the actually, and it's to their benefit because there's all these like specialty shops. They're like, well, we have this, and they're like, well, we're gonna sell the same thing but for $2 less, and everybody goes to Walmart. Because a few years back, people were like, oh, we hate Walmart. Do not shop there. It's so bad. I don't hear people say that anymore. And now everybody's like, Walmart has the best prices. We're gonna shop there. Why would you pay $3 more for the same thing? Makes no sense to me.
People used to be snobbish, but I don't think they can afford to be any longer.
Yeah, and it's funny the people that were so anti Walmart, they're all up in Walmart. There was this lady, she was so cute. Okay, she wore the cutest outfits, so well dressed. And somebody asked her one day where she got her capri pants. She goes, I got them at Walmart. They were like $5. And then one lady like started chastising her. She's like, how dare you shop from Walmart? They make things in China. And that lady was kind of upset to me. I said, well, even those high end brands make things in China. So like they buy it on Alibaba and one company sells it more than the other. So I don't know why people are upset about it. They just wanted to feel like superior. It was kind of silly,
Yeah,
Like,
that's what people do. They play that game.
mm, you're fat. I like this lady though. She's very interesting.
Thank you.
I do think this is really good olive oil though. Ooh, it's like so beautiful. I haven't bought olive oil for a while because I was trying to be like thrifty because I have a lot of like canola oil, which I really don't like that much. But then I thought, why don't I buy some real olive oil? I think I'll like it better.
Yeah, olive oil is the best.
It
The best.
is, and like I said, I even used it for that oil painting that time because I don't like turpentine. And I read on a lot of websites people would use baby oil, but then I thought, well, baby oil isn't that great. Olive oil is better. So then I started using, and this seems to be doing the trick. It's kind of lifting the wax a little bit because I just want to blend what I'm doing a little bit better. That's it.
Hmm.
But maybe I'm just getting too obsessive because maybe it's fine. I don't know. Whatever. And you know how they always told people that drew, well, you've probably heard this, that they had to go buy a blending stub. Have you heard about that?
No.
Well, like some people in the pencil drawing, they do that. So the Q-tip does the same thing, and I have a big box of them. Like I mean, you can get a lot of the similar effect with the Q-tip. So I'm like, I'm just going to use a Q-tip if I do that.
Hmm.
Have you been painting all week or no?
Oh, not all week. I think I painted something in the middle of the week, but that's all.
That's cool though. I didn't know if like you did like a painting like in the evenings or not.
I don't have a commitment to do a number of painting, a certain number. It's just whenever I have a little free time and I feel like it, then I do it.
That's a good policy, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna do a video with the olive oil. Well, I'm gonna cook with it, but I thought I'll do a hair oil. Not like I'm not gonna do it like super oily, but I'm gonna put some olive oil in my hair. I just thought that would be a fun thing to try.
Hmm.
Although I'll tell you this, like I've talked about it before, I thought my video views were starting to go up, and then it just kind of went down again. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, well, there's no telling what's going on with that, the views.
It's fine though. I guess it's what it is.
So I'm looking at her on the screen right now because what I'm trying to see is if she looks blurry enough because this is my new thing is I like to paint blurry.
Oh, that's kind of cool. You should do a series where you take some like blurry, I don't know, like self portraits, and then you could paint. That might be
Well, I
fun.
mean, I don't think that the original has to be blurry, but I find that if I make my image blurrier, then it's.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, so you kind of make the image that you see on the computer screen blurrier, like something. What are you doing to it to create? Just your painting itself?
Well, let me bring it closer, okay?
All right. Do you see what I mean by blurry?
Yeah, it kind of has like that pointillist kind of like it's not real defined. It's a little bit more soft out of
Right.
place.
It's not, but it's not pointillism because I'm not doing it,
You're not
point.
doing points, but I was gonna say it's not surrealism either. It's just kind of blurry, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, I'm calling it blurry because I think that's what it is. But what I find is that when I try to fill in all the details, the more details I fill in, the less likely it is to be what I want?
So it's
So,
just better to make it blurry and just kind of let it be.
yeah, it makes it a little bit more like what you want it to be. So, like this one, I didn't make it blurry enough. So, any error that was here in terms of, rendering the face of the woman who is the Statue of Liberty, the errors are really obvious. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
But over here, this lady doesn't look wrong. she looks less wrong.
I get what you're saying. Like it just kind of works because it's like out of focus, blurry.
Yeah, but she doesn't look like she's unrealistic.
It just looks like a realistic, like maybe it looks like the way if I took my glasses and I was trying to look at somebody.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I have to do because here's what's happening with my vision. Um, if I keep my glasses on, I can't look at close up at what I'm doing. If I take, so if I put the painting a little further away from me, I can sort of see it, but it's going to be blurry.
See, we prove a point though. Like my optometrist said, some people believe that everybody has to wear reading glasses when they get older, but he said that a lot of people don't. That they can see up close just fine. A lot of us can. Like that's true, right?
Yeah, well, we can see up close just
Fine, because I'm myopic.
Yeah, you're
So our
myopic. There are some people that are nearsighted, like me. We're not even myopic. Maybe a little bit.
Julia, myopic and nearsighted is the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. Um, I'm myopic. That means I'm nearsighted. That means that I can see close up really well. If, however, I get my vision corrected, then something happens where because I'm older, my eyes can't focus both far away and close up correctly.
Okay, but I'm more nearsighted than you because you can see things a little bit farther away than me. You wear
Well,
your
that
glasses less than I do. Okay, I'm just saying.
well, I I wear my glasses less because I want to see close up now. Here's the
But
thing.
look, how far can I see close up to here, and that's it. There, it's blurry. I'm just like even
Yeah, it's
like
it's blurry for me too.
it's
We're
blurry.
about the same. Yeah,
I think
it's blurry for me too. What
yeah.
I'm trying to explain, and you might be too young to have experienced the other side of the story. So sometime in my 40s, and I don't know exactly what age, I started to need to take off my glasses to look close up, which before I didn't have to do.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay,
And the reason for that is that I was becoming also, in addition to being nearsighted, I was also becoming the opposite, which would be called farsighted,
more
but
farsighted.
yeah, the way all older people do.
They say all older people do, but my optometrist didn't, and he was 70. That was what he was telling me, and he didn't
Well,
think I.
yeah, and I'm fine as
Yeah,
long as I take my glasses off
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm nearsighted. That's what I'm trying to explain.
yeah. I got that you're nearsighted.
Yeah, so because I'm nearsighted, if I don't correct my vision, then I can see really well close up.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got what you're saying. I really did, but okay.
okay.
yeah, that's all there is to it. So
I can't be looking at my reference and also at what I'm painting and see them both clearly unless I'm constantly taking my glasses off and putting them back on.
Okay.
And if I had decided that I wanted to correct my vision both ways, I would have had to have bifocals on all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Some people do have to wear bifocals. I
And
know
that
that I'm never gonna need them though. Like just the way that my vision is and what my optometrist said, just because he doesn't need them. Like he basically is very nearsighted like me, but I'm never gonna need them. So I'm just saying there are some outliers out there. Some people who will never need reading glasses. So
I currently do not need reading glasses. What I need
that's
is glasses to see far away. The
yeah.
problem is that when I take as long as I'm not wearing corrective lenses for my far away vision,
Yes,
um,
because you're nearsighted. We got that.
yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anybody watching us.
Okay. Well, this was fun. I guess we can end it here and have a nice day, Aya.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
Bye.